Tonight, a major crisis unfolding in Russia. The leader of Russia's paramilitary Wagner Group fighting in Ukraine, calling for an armed rebellion against senior members of Russia's military leadership. Yevgeny Prigozhin, in a long-running feud with Russian Defense Minister Shoigu and other commanders, releasing this unverified video claiming his troops were attacked today by the regular Russian army. The Russian Defense Ministry calling the accusation a lie, and the powerful FSB intelligence agency tonight opening a criminal case against Prigozhin. But the Wagner leader warning that the military leadership of Russia must be stopped, saying he has 25,000 men behind him.
The gate to Crimea now after a missile strike by Ukraine on Thursday. It's one of a handful of links connecting the Crimean Peninsula and mainland Ukraine. The bridge was closed and traffic diverted onto a longer route after the strike. Russian officials claim British-made Storm Shadow missiles were used in the attack. There are also claims that the missiles were French-made. For Kyiv, it could amount to a strategic advantage amid an ongoing counteroffensive. For Moscow, this could mean delays for the Russian military to move between Crimea and the parts of mainland Ukraine that are under its control.
Tonight, Ukraine is warning of a possible Russian terror plot. Ukrainian President Zelensky says that Russian forces at the occupied Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant are planning to cause a radiation disaster. The Zaporizhzhia nuclear power station is the largest in Europe. It has been under Russian occupation since Russia invaded parts of Ukraine last year. The International Atomic Energy Agency tried to negotiate a safety perimeter around the site, but to no success.
Leading experts, people in the industry, had voiced concerns about the thickness of the hull in the Titan sub. Some felt like they were pushing the envelope with this, cutting corners when it comes to safety. This morning, an email has resurfaced from 2018 where a leading deep-sea exploration expert, a man named Robert McCallum, begged Stockton Rush, the CEO of OceanGate, not to use the Titan sub anymore. In that email, Clint, he said, "I think you are potentially placing yourself and your clients in a dangerous dynamic. In your race to the Titanic, you are mirroring that famous catch cry, 'She is unsinkable,' to which Rush responded, 'We have heard the baseless cries of 'you are going to kill someone' way too often. I take this as a serious personal insult.'"
Eight Mexican soldiers have been arrested for the 2014 disappearance of 43 students. The Associated Press reporting they are being held at a Mexican military prison. They're expected to be charged. Security forces abducted the students in 2014 before turning them over to a local drug gang. The motive for the abduction remains unclear, but there's growing evidence it may have involved police and military collusion with drug traffickers.
Well, search and recovery operations are set to continue today at a Free State mine. Authorities are trying to retrieve bodies of suspected illegal miners who died in a ventilation shaft at the disused mine. Now, 31 people are said to have died underground last month, but only 3 bodies have been so far brought to the surface. They're believed to be Lesotho nationals.